C-97 aerial delivery. For isolated combat units faced with a lack of supplies, a large-scale delivery of ammunition, small equipment, food, and medicine can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Now, 26,000 pounds can be unloaded in 12 seconds. Developed by Wright Field's Equipment Laboratory in cooperation with Boeing engineers, this new monorail aerial delivery system, as installed in a C-97, is also being adapted to the C-82 and the C-74. Although any type of aerial delivery container may be used, as dropped in these tests from the C-97, standard A6 containers were used, weighing 300 pounds, each with a G1 parachute and fastened into bundles of 5 for the so-called daisy chain launching technique, where 2 static lines from the first container releases the chutes of the 2 following containers, they in turn releasing the chutes of the 2 remaining containers. The sling-type harness is designed to permit both loading and suspension from the trip mechanism of the trolley, which rides on an overhead monorail. The electrically operated loading mechanism has a hoisting capacity of 5,000 pounds, and by means of a clutch, it can traverse the bundles to any desired location along the monorail. As each bundle is positioned, the loops of the sling harness are transferred to a monorail trolley. Each of these 17 trolleys, one for each bundle, are secured to the discharge cable and traversed back by 2 discharge motors at the aft end of the monorail during the drop operation. A tie-down harness secures the load during flight and is automatically released at the start of the discharge operation. A 26,000-pound cargo of urgently needed supplies for aerial delivery. The trip bar above the cargo doors releases the bundles, and the individual containers are on their own. Traveling at 150 miles an hour, the entire load is dropped in 12 seconds. Delivered from an altitude of 1,000 feet, the ground pattern of the entire load is 2,400 feet long and 150 feet wide. This tight pattern makes the collecting of supplies easy. Slow motion analysis of the daisy chain technique reveals the function of static lines from one container to the parachute of the following container, and thus initially linked together in groups of 5. Other tests at lower altitudes point to the possibility of an even tighter ground pattern. Here, but one run was needed over the target to discharge the complete load. Older methods required several passes, which unfortunately presented a recurring target for the enemy. The C-47s, when used in the past for aerial delivery, had a capacity of 5,000 pounds. Here, the C-97, with its 26,000-pound cargo, packaged for daisy chain delivery from a monorail, marks a major development in aerial delivery.